gotten so bad for ICE agents that deployed in support of the Winter Olympics that they're not able to leave their hotels and transit from wherever they're working, and they're staying without escort. Multiple videos are showing the people of Italy protesting in the streets of Milan and dogpiling on both the local Italian police forces and also on federal US agents who are there in support, that when they find out where they're staying, when they find out where they're working and how they're getting to those places, they're ensuring that those routes are blocked with protests. And if they find one of these people out, well, they're taking matters into their own hands to let them know that they're not welcome in Italy.
Look, I'm not saying, but I'm just saying, Italy, if you want to send home fewer ICE agents than you received, I'm okay with that. A lot of us are okay with that. And if you want to send the rest of them back broken, bruised, and damaged, all the better.
ICE is now going international. The AP just reported that US immigration agents are going to have a security role at this year's Winter Olympics in Italy. But not for the reasons you might think, because no, they're not going to be arresting migrants and deporting them from Italy. Rather, according to insiders who spoke with the AP, they will fulfill a security role for a US delegation, including JD Vance and Marco Rubio, who will be attending the opening ceremony in Milan next month. And so, for reasons still unclear, ICE were the ones chosen to fulfill that security role. I mean, maybe they just couldn't resist the pun. But this is going to be tense because Milan's mayor is actually very opposed to the idea, saying in a radio interview, "This is a militia that kills, a militia that enters into the homes of people. They are not well."
What happens when immigration enforcement meets global outrage? Guys, welcome back to Rica's Tech. Today, we are talking about something that is shaking conversations, not just in the United States, but across Europe. Protests are identifying immigration policies are under fire, and ICUS immigration and customer enforcement is once again at the center of controversy. Guys, some are calling it accountability, others are calling it chaos, and many are asking, is it this the beginning of bigger political?
The Winter Olympics this year will be held in Milan and Cortina in Italy from February 6th to 22nd. JD Vance and Marco Rubio are scheduled to attend the opening ceremony. U.S. government announced that ICE agents would accompany American Olympic team. That caused quite an uproar in Italy. Italians have been shocked by the images of ICE agents and Border Patrol agents' brutal treatment of people, and of course the murder of 2 American citizens. So there's been a mass movement across Italy to ban ICE agents in Italy. Tens of thousands of Italians have signed a petition to the government demanding that the government does not allow ICE agents in Italy. The opposition politicians in Italian parliament have asked the Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni to speak directly to Trump and tell him no ICE agents in Italy. It's come to the point that U.S. ambassador in Italy had to assure the Interior Minister of Italy that ICE agents would work only out of a control room at the U.S. consulate in Milan. In other words, they will not be at any of the Olympic events. Regardless of that, the demonstrations against ICE, and as many of the demonstrators say, Trump thugs, are still going on across Italy. Yesterday, on February 1st in Milan, there was a big demonstration. Thousands of people gathered, and they held signs, "Not to ICE, not to Trump, not to Trump's thugs," or "ICE equals Gestapo," and stuff like that. The mayor of Milan also, in his regular radio address, said clearly, ICE agents are not welcome in Italy.
Anger in Italy today after the U.S. revealed it will send ICE agents to the Winter Olympics. Italy's opposition party today protesting after reports that ICE agents will be part of the American security team. Milan's mayor says ICE is not welcome in his city and called the group, quote, a militia.
Why the hell are we sending ICE to the Winter Olympics in Italy to protect J.D. Vance and Marco Rubio? Immigration and Customs Enforcement is a domestic agency. And listen, I have a lot of problems with the Secret Service, but they are literally trained to protect assets and not cause international incidents. Sending ICE, that goon squad, to another country is a recipe for disaster.
Across the US, immigration enforcement has remained one of the most divisive political issues for years, especially during and after Mr. Donald Trump administration. Supporters argue that ICE enforces federal law and protect national security. Critics argue that enforcement tactics separate families, target vulnerable community, and violate human rights. What do you think about it, guys? Now protests are spreading not just in America but internationally. In part of Europe, demonstrators showing solidarity argue that no human being should be liberated illegal. Social media is amplifying everything. Video go viral within a minute. Narrative from instant and public opinion harden just as fast. But here it is the real question. Is it that about law and order? Is it about human dignity? Or is it about politics using immigration as a weapon? Because one of the things is clear. Immigration is no longer just a domestic issue. It is global. It is emotional. It is reshaping election alliance and public trust in government. And the divide, it is getting deeper and deeper in United States and across Europe.
So there's ICE agents in Italy and they're getting beat the fuck up. Guys, I'm worried about our ICE agents. What if they come back?
No ICE in Europe. ICE should not be entering Italy. What? Italian opposition protests reported ICE presence at the Olympics. This is so fucking... How are these people real?
I don't know if y'all been seeing it on your For You page, but in Italy, they're fucking these ICE agents up. I can see why they don't want Americans to see this. I seen an ICE agent getting his head stumped in, right? I didn't believe it until I seen it. They're over here launching fireworks at these dudes. And if y'all don't know, if you get hit with a firework, you might as well be getting hit with a flare. It's the same shit. It hurts. It's painful. It can kill you. And they're launching these shits at them. To face. Rocket to face. It's crazy. And America thought that they was going to bring ICE agents to Italy for quote-unquote protection. Italians said, we don't need them here. We don't want them. Hell, we don't want you here. They're not joking. They're not playing out there. And I don't know why, but you can barely see the videos. But they're out.
ICE agents in Italy are not having a good time, and it's a beautiful thing to see. So just let me first of all say thank you to the Italians who are out in the streets protesting against ICE and beating the shit out of them. It's beautiful to see. It's disappointing to know that your Prime Minister, Meloni, was saying that the people who are protesting against ICE were not Italian. And this is part of the weird thing I'm seeing in Europe that I don't understand, which is you're seeing firsthand what happens when you backslide into fascism. And yet, Italy and then Germany and places like the UK seem to be following in the footsteps of America's mistake, and it's concerning. But I will tell you this stuff gives me hope. The way they approach this gives me hope for the future. It gives me hope that Europe won't do what's happening here. So I just want to say thank you. It's like wonderful to know that ICE agents are in another country. They don't understand the language and they're getting the shit kicked out of them. I love it. I love it so much. Thank you, Italians. Thank you, everybody who protests, and just keep it up if you can, please.
This is why conversation like this is matter. On the Leakers Take, we don't just react, we analyze, we question, and we challenge narrative from all of the sides. If you believe discussion like this should be happening without fear, hit like button, drop your thought in the comment, and tell us what you think. Do you think IC is doing this job, or is just think to reform they're pushing people to go away from the United States? If you want real dramatic conversation about what really happened in America and around the world, don't forget, subscribe to Leakers Take, because world is changing and we are going to talk about it. See you in the next one. I love you guys.